All right, everybody. Whoa. All right, nothing screaming at you. I just want to say, hey, thank you very much for coming out here to spend a few minutes with us to celebrate this incredible, awesome accomplishment. This is the second time we've done this year. We had one in the fall, have one today. We'll have another one in a couple months at the spring. So if there are any other student athletes that do commit to play sports in college, we're going to recognize them in this same way, and we'd love to have all of you come back to be a part of that. So, as you all know, this is the culmination of a whole bunch of work and a whole bunch of years. Not one of these students up here is an overnight success. They've been playing different sports from the time they were this size, and in many cases, not even the sport that they're sitting up front for, but they've just been stoking the competitive fire, getting after it, having fun, getting better, being determined. If I would look at the whole group, that's something I would say about all of them since I've been here that I've been able to witness and see. It's just how determined, how competitive, and how awesome all of them are. And the fact that we get a great effort every day from virtually each and every one. It's not easy. None of them just woke up with this opportunity. They definitely earned it. And let's give a round of applause to the moms and dads and families who have been along for the whole journey for sure. Let's hear it because, yeah, lots of car rides, lots of money, lots of games, lots of bad weather, over and over and over. And getting down to this point where they actually make a decision is huge. So we just want to have a nice little ceremony to recognize everything that you've done. It's definitely been worth it. We're wishing you Highlander strong forever, and we hope you carry on what you've learned here and have an outstanding college career. But please finish this high school year as strongly as possible. So, having said that, the format is we'll have the coaches say a few words about the student athletes, and then we'll give the microphone to the student athlete and give them a chance to say a few words if they have anything that they want to say. Okay? And I'm going to start off with Liz Headline. Her coach was unable to be here this morning, but Liz was somebody who, as I started going to girls' golf matches, I found out as someone who was very determined to get better and worked very hard at her game. Liz was a three-time varsity golfer here at Oak Hills High School. Liz also was a medalist or a co-medalist, I believe, 5 times during the season. I think she was medalist 3 times, co-medalist 2 times. Liz also was all-conference, was a second-team all-conference performer, and I have no doubt seeing Liz's passion, seeing Liz's determination, learning about her love for the game. I have no doubt that as Liz goes on, if this is something that she's really excited about and wants to do, Kentucky Christian is very lucky to have somebody of Liz's caliber. So, having said that, if you could all please join me in a round of applause for Liz Headline.
Reaching point and pass further. And I also like to thank my parents for paying thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars for me to be this far.
Thank you, Liz. We have another golfer down on the other side, and yes, golf is not an inexpensive sport, that's for sure. So, up next, we have our girls soccer, I'm going to say, program. Not only did they have an undefeated season, but they had some super players, and Coach Kevin Straw is going to come up and say something about the group. So let's hear from Coach Straw and the girls soccer program.
Thank you guys for coming. I really do appreciate it, and this is a great honor to be able to honor these 4 stellar soccer players. We do have 4 players. We have Paige Nord, she's going to Ohio University. Morgan Bear, she's going to Thomas More College. Haley Cox is going to St. Louis University, and Michaela Jung is going to Akron University. All 4 of these players were part of the senior class that was the winningest group in school history. They only lost 2 GMC games in 4 years, and a total of 10 games all 4 years. These players, to me, I only had them for 1 year, but they were our senior leaders. They were great in training, great in matches as well. They were great role models and teammates, and just competitors. So these 4 schools that are getting these players is just incredible, and they're going to be great attributions to these schools. And not only that, they're great student athletes as well. All 4 of these players, it's difficult nowadays to be able to manage the homework, all the extracurricular activity and soccer all in one. And all 4 of these players were able to maintain a very high GPA, a 4.0 if not higher, because a lot of these students take AP classes as well. So let's get a round of applause for these 4 players. Any of you guys want to say anything?
I would like to thank my coaches for pushing me to be the player I am today. Most importantly, my parents for supporting me through it all. I'd like to thank my parents, of course, for just supporting me. And it's been incredible and everything they do for me. I love you both. And of course, my coaches for having me, pushing me,
First off, I'd really like to thank Coach Nauman for being really hard on me and being a great coach my upcoming years. And then I'd also like to thank Coach Sproul for giving me a great senior year and leading us to another championship title. And all of my coaches have left a lesson with me that will be with me each different from the last for the rest of my life. And then finally, I'd love to thank my parents. They've given me every opportunity to work day in and day out to pay for my soccer. And after long days at work, they've taken me to long soccer practices, and I'm very thankful. Thank you.
I'd like to thank my parents for always supporting me and paying like a ton of freaking money for me, because I know it's not cheap. And then I'd like to thank all of my past coaches, especially Coach Nauman and Coach Brawl for the last 4 years in high school. It was a struggle, but they helped get me through it.
Up next is our wrestler Phil Falk and head wrestling coach Joe Campolongo.
Thank you for coming out tonight as well, too. I'm here to talk about Phil Fall. He's going to be continuing education in athletics over at Thomas More. I'm very excited to be a part of this. This is actually the first signing day for myself as a coach. I'm very excited for Phil. Talk about all the time with senior athletes. Sometimes it's that senior year where things just start to click. It starts to fall in place. I don't know if these seniors realize that this is like their last year, their last chance, or maybe they just figured it out. It's right up Phil. That's a great example of things just clicking at the right time. When we face adversity, it's either motivation or frustration. Phil always went down frustration. This year's been totally different. It's a brand new Phil. It's going down motivation. It's making great strides. Classroom, the wrestling room. He's exceeded every goal that he's had so far. 4 win totals this year. They made the other 3 years. Very excited. And the biggest thing is to be close to home. I'm excited to see him wrestling college. Phil Fall.
Next is our swimmer extraordinaire, Jared Cox, and his head coach, Katie Hunter.
Good morning, everybody. Jared was a really good high school swimmer, really did great. And then something clicked, like Coach Campo was saying, something just clicked with him. He made that decision that he wanted to be great. And he took the steps that he needed to. He got more involved in his training, got really dedicated to this sport and to his craft. And Jared hates losing, so he will do everything in his power that he can do to prevent that from happening. That goes in the pool and out of the pool. I know all of you know, but Jared was given the honor of being accepted into both the Naval Academy and West Point. And people are lucky enough to get one, but to get two is just phenomenal. And Jared is lucky enough to have that choice and made the choice to attend the Naval Academy next year. For the high school, Jared is a school record holder in 2 events. Hopefully more here coming up soon at the end of this season. He just has got about every accolade he can receive from the GMC in a swim meet from January where we're swimming against kids needs. So he's just really been a great leader, a great asset to our team, and he does what he needs to do to get his team motivated and reach those goals that they set for themselves.
I'd like to thank Katie and Schroeder for pushing me inside and outside of the pool and helping me on all my applications. And I'd like to thank my parents for the financial and emotional support. Couldn't have done without you guys. Thank you.
Up next, Coach Dave Salt and Ethan McCarthy. Golfer Ethan McCarthy.
Good morning, all. First of all, I want to thank the school and Ethan's mom and dad for inviting me up there this morning to talk about Ethan for a second. I've coached golf here at Oak Hills for 3 years, and Ethan is really the best golfer that I've had in the program for the last 3 years. Time-wise, this past year, I wasn't sure if I was going to come back to golf, but I told Ethan and I told his dad, Ethan was fighting an injury. He was basically the only reason I came back this year. So, the Mounts, lucky to get a kid like Ethan. Oak Hills is going to be sadly missed to see him go, but I wish him the best, and I think he's got a great future ahead of him. So, thank you guys.
I just want to thank my parents first off for always being there for me and pushing me, even though sometimes be a pain, but they're always there. And especially thanks to Coach Saul, because he didn't get to come back, but he did. Because his son's playing at St. X, it was a lot for him to come back and help me get through this year. So special thanks to him.
Up next is football and Tyler Parrish, head coach Kyle Prosser.
Thanks to everyone for coming out today, but a little bit about Tyler. It was good for me because obviously the football program's been through a lot. For these guys to go through 3 head coaches in 3 years and to be able to adjust and adapt and to buy in was huge. Tyler was a 2-time captain for us. He's a guy I really turned to. Academically, he's through the roof. He's number 2 in his class. He's going to a university that he's going to graduate within 4 years. He's going to get a great paying job. He can go anywhere internationally from Center College. He's going to be a staple for them. Talking to Coach Conley yesterday on the phone, I kind of put Tyler and Mrs. Parrish on the spot, so I had him come to the office, call Coach Conley, say they were coming. He was through the roof. So can't say enough good things about Tyler Parrish and how he handled himself, how he handled the team, how he handled me. So half the time he'd look at me, I'd tell him to do something, he'd think I was crazy, but he would do it. So without question, but so excited for Tyler Parrish and looking forward to actually catching some Saturday football games down there in Danville, Kentucky. So Tyler Parrish.
I'll try not to be too repetitive, but I just want to thank my family. My mom for finally letting me play 8th grade. I know it was tough breaking her down, but I know she's really glad that she decided to. And then just all 3 of them for always coming every day. It's a lot of hours, a lot of work, early mornings. It's great. Also for Foster, just come back.
The last comment I have is I look at this group, and I watched everybody talk and I listened to what they were having to say. This is a determined, hardworking, no-nonsense group. And beforehand, I talked to Michaela and Haley, and I told them, I said, hey, stay in shape. No matter how good a shape you are when you go to college, it is even worse than you could ever imagine. The conditioning stuff is what I'm saying. And but that the seniors, juniors, and sophomores all made it through, okay, at that college level when you see that. And I only say that to you because I've been there and I know how tough it is. and I look down this table, and I know every one of them is capable of not only handling it, but excelling at it, because, you know, it wasn't all peaches and cream for this group up here. They had some ups and downs. They had some coaching changes. They had some periods of time where they didn't like it all the time. But they just kept grinding, kept being leaders, kept getting after it, kept their eye on the prize, and that's why they're sitting up here right now. And I know they're prepared to go represent Oak Hills and their families and have an outstanding experience. So let's give this group one more round of applause. At this time, we have fake letters of intent in front of all of them because, you know, right, this is a ceremony for us. Some of them have brought a letter of intent that they would like to sign in this setting. Not necessary, you can do that at home. As long as you sign it and send it back, it's fine. I'd like to invite anybody who wants to take pictures of this moment to come on down. And if you would pick up your pens, maybe you can all at the same time here give us about a minute of acting like you're signing or sign. You know, look down and let's get some good pictures.